Hey, welcome back. Thanks for watching Fresh. I'm Rich LeBay, and today I'm going to show you how to make the easiest, most flavorful taco seasoning so you don't have to buy those packets from the store anymore. This is a recipe that I've time tested over the last few weeks, maybe months with my family. My family loves it. We can make quesadillas, fajitas, tacos, burritos, whatever the case may be. And it's just easy to have this on hand as a quick seasoning. It's also easy to kind of pre-mix this so that I'm not digging through my spice cabinet every time for all 13 or 14 ingredients every time I want to make something Tex-Mex. I started doing this because I didn't want to buy the flavor packets. They're kind of like a mystery packet. I don't know what's in them. I would assume that it's some sort of like preservatives, carcinogen, something that's terrible and uniquely American that just makes us all fat and ruins our pancreas from making proper insulin levels. Cool, so we're gonna be using a lot of seasonings that you might already have in your pantry. I'm just gonna throw them together real quickly and that way we can blend it up. We're gonna start things off with 2 tablespoons of chili powder. You can go with dark or light, it doesn't matter. It depends on, what you like. Let me bring this over so you guys can see it. I'm gonna do 2 fat tablespoons of this guy. Let's do 2 fatties. I like them thick. You know what I mean? All right. Then I'm gonna do a fat tablespoon ground cumin. See that ground cumin? Beautiful color. From there, I'm gonna put in my cornstarch. I cook with cornstarch a lot. I make a lot of slurries, a lot of gravies, a lot of sauces. I want another fat tablespoon or so. Yeah, there we go. I promise it's cornstarch and not cocaine. All right, from here, let's get our salt game on. To get my seasoning, I'm gonna use a mixture of MSG powder and all natural finely ground sea salt. Let's start off with our sea salt. If you don't want to use MSG, you can just double up on the sea salt. MSG brings that umami flavor. If you're allergic or you don't want to use it, or you're still... Can you be quiet? I'm trying to shoot a video here. Okay, so we're gonna do 1 teaspoon of sea salt, finely ground. Let me show you guys Juno. You just always want to make a cameo, don't you? Come here, girl. Juno. Come on, girl. Whatever. Forgot where I left off. Sea salt. From there, we're gonna go on to MSG, y'all. MSG brings like a really earthy, it almost tastes like onion salt a little bit. Like if there was like a such thing as an onion mushroom salt. Love this stuff. It's like one of the main flavors that I think makes Chinese takeout taste so banging. After MSG, we're gonna put our pepper in. You can put more or less if you want. I'm just gonna do a teaspoon of this guy. I'm gonna shorten it a little bit. There we go. And that's your basic taco seasoning. Everything that we do after this is gonna kind of step up the flavor. Make it pop, make it slap, make it do what it do. Next we're gonna do a little onion powder. This guy always wants to cake up. See, there's always caking up. It's okay if it cakes up, you know what I mean? You just get in there and you do what you need to do. You ain't really cooking if you ain't using garlic powder. That's what my black mama would say. Teaspoon of that in there. We're gonna put some paprika in there. You can use smoked paprika if you like that smoky flavor. I have a tendency of cooking my meat with liquid smoke, or if you're really fancy, you can cook outside, use a smoker, use real wood. Paprika is amazing because it also gives your food color. Paprika to me almost tastes like black pepper without the spiciness. So it's actually ground dehydrated dried pepper. So it's a beautiful flavor. People think that it doesn't have a flavor. Absolutely does have a flavor. We're just doing things to add the complexity of this recipe. We're starting to get into the secret ingredients from here. Oregano. just rip this guy off, yo. All right, rip it off, get up in there. Nice fat teaspoon. Minty, floral, you know, adds a herbal and green sort of vibe to it all, you know what I mean? Don't be scared of flavor. Go in new directions, try new things. From here, I'm gonna add, I'm gonna add the Special Dark. Make sure you're using an unsweetened cocoa powder. This adds to the earthiness, this adds to the complexity, this adds a little bit of warming spice, if you're familiar with that sort of concept. It adds a lot of depth. Just like pepper adds depth to salt, chocolate is gonna add depth to all this garlic and onion and cumin and stuff that we have going on. If you think cocoa is normally like a sweet thing, it's not. It's only sweet when you add sugar to it, which brings me to my next ingredient, light brown sugar. Always keep this on hand. I'm gonna do a teaspoon of this guy. Not exact, it's okay. It's okay, it's not exact. And once again, brown sugar mainly serves to balance out the bitterness that comes from dry spices, dried herbs, okay? I like a little bit of heat, so we're gonna use a combination of crushed red pepper and cayenne pepper. I'm gonna switch to the 1/4 teaspoon. Now, the higher quality crushed red pepper flake is gonna have more of the skin and less of the seeds, okay? You get all the flavor from the skin, you get all the heat from the seeds. So I'm gonna try to fish out as best as I can. 1/4 teaspoon, doing a terrible job. 1/4 teaspoon, looks like all seeds. I was going for no seeds, but it looks like all seeds, whatever. And cayenne. If you don't have one or the other, you can just double up on whatever you do have, okay? If you don't like spicy, you like it mild, don't use any of it, okay? But I'm telling you that there's something beautiful about how the chocolate and the spiciness and the garlic and the onion play off of each other. Something beautiful. Add the floralness of the oregano, add the funkiness of the cumin. It's gonna be a great thing. It's gonna be a beautiful thing. Let me pause here and I'll take a look before we whisk. Let me see if I can hold the camera and whisk at the same time. And what's beautiful is the cornstarch is gonna help your seasoning blend not cake up, especially because you have this brown sugar and this onion powder. Both onion powder and brown sugar wanna naturally cake up, so the cornstarch is gonna help it stay separated. But this is really a beautiful thing. I wish you could smell this. Just really get in there, you know, make sure all this is, I'm still seeing clumps of onion powder. Just wanna get in there. Now the goal of this mixture, or the yield, or how you would use this, is like, say you have a pound of ground beef, you would brown and cook that, drain out the fat if that's your style, and then you would use 2 tablespoons minimum. 2 tablespoons minimum. If you like more flavor, you can go up to 3, but about 2 to 3 tablespoons per 1 pound of ground beef. Now keep in mind, you're gonna wanna cook the meat first because this seasoning blend already has a thickening agent, which is the cornstarch. So you're gonna wanna add 2 tablespoons of this and maybe a 1/3 cup of water, let it tighten up over low heat. And tighten up and have a beautiful sauce. And that's pretty much it, guys. I'm going to load this up into my shaker, like I told you. Just take this guy off real quick. And just to make things really easy, you can come back to the same tablespoon you were using. Beautiful. I wish you could see this. Let me give you a quick focus on this before I spill it all over my carpet. Juno, shut up. I'm at work. I'm trying to show the people how to cook, all right? This is beautiful. And this is just a really easy shorthand way. All All right, guys, I could have doubled, tripled up on this recipe to fill up this canister. It should hold about 6 months in an airtight container. You don't need to keep it in the fridge. You could if you want. Keep in mind it has brown sugar in it. I'm not gonna keep mine in an airtight container because you know what? My family goes through so much of this seasoning that this probably will last me a week. 2 recipes maybe. All right. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching Fresh. I'm Rich LeBay, and this has been my favorite taco seasoning recipe. Thank you, and goodbye. It also saves me a lot of money, so I don't have to keep going to the store and buying those old El Pasos. I can never record here. There's always like a train or somebody getting shot outside. Oh my God. I just get some peace and quiet. If it's not the train, it's the dog barking or it's the kid crying or whatever the case is, girlfriend complaining. Hi, Brittany, love you.